it is time for the witch. Hello, Kivana. Probably not at present formal. I just wouldn't have enough wrist time available to really participate in that properly. It's the sort of thing that like I'd be happy to see other people arrange in the community, but also understand that like if I'm not involved, people are less likely to arrange such. But yeah. Eldrins. Crimson Scales. Don't know if I've heard of that one, although I've been a lot more out of the loop on new board game releases, you know, since March 2020. Fan created Gloomhaven expansion. Oh, interesting. Little Witch, always my favorite. Reviled by viewers, but beloved by me. And isn't that what counts? Actually, nowadays I'm beloved by viewers as well. Remember how my heart's desire was to get 10 million followers? Only vaguely, to be honest. It's been a while. Well, I've just topped 14 million. Would you believe it? I got everything I ever dreamed of. Fame, acclaim, renown, popularity, fans, and praise. Those are the same thing. I know, and I've got all of them. Well, I guess you just don't need me anymore then. Which is perfect. Because actually, I never liked you all that much. Let's see how you get on against my real favorite. Now there's a girl who knows where her loyalties lie. Oh. When it said, someone said which was real short. That is not quite what I was anticipating. 3 of 3 health, 0 dice. Hi, I'm Madison. My school report says I'm determined and would perhaps benefit from a little less intensity. Prepare to die. Alright, she's got riddles for 1 damage and conundrums to create new puzzles. We've got a duplicate. We've got a subdivide. We've got a vice grip. Use all equipment and dice to inflict stun. Okay. Yeah, it said we had 0 dice in the overworld, now we have 2. It probably changes with each puzzle, how many dice we have. And they didn't want to, like, edit it to be able to say question mark there or something. It's all equipment and dice. I mean, does that mean I need to use Mastermind 4 times or only once? And I assume these still work right, and all of these can only be used once. Yeah, I mean, this clarifies 4 uses, so these gotta be only in 1 use. Well, I assume it's just, we're just looking at doing something like, I mean, this only gives us 3 ones, though. So we'll... Did it say it returned it twice? I thought my script only said it returned the difference of the 2 dice. But apparently you do in fact need to use all of them. 2 of the difference. Oh, okay, that's why I was confused. Alright, now we've got... Fury Spell, Bump, Midnight Charm, and Spatula Plus. We once again need to use everything and need to end up getting 1s at the end. Does it work? Oh, use all dice too. Okay, my plan was actually gonna leave me with extra dice. Because I was gonna turn both of these into 5s, drop them in here, have 2 6s, bump... Oh, I can't even bump them both. So that doesn't work anyway. But in theory, I was going to bump them both, and then, yeah. Okay. What can we do that actually works? Hey, Edog. Although, wait, if we get a bunch of 6s, we can still potentially have extra spatulas to flip 1s into 1s. Let's see. Oh, is it still not showing me as live on Discord? Like, I theoretically made a, like, tab for myself to put it at the top so that it would do that, and I thought I'd fix that, but, let's make a note to look at that later. Okay. Yeah. Like, I didn't feel like I needed to make a head honcho roll or whatever the heck, but then people said they found it useful to see if I was live there, so I made the roll to put myself at the top to supposedly indicate the status, but apparently it is not showing the status. Skip lets you skip a puzzle. So you can fail 2 puzzles and still progress, I guess. Six, 6-1 6-1-1. Oh no, that actually does work. Yeah. No, what I was talking about is actually the line. I just forgot I still had a spatula charge left. Pretty sure we got retries if I'm wrong. Oh, that's not gonna count that way, though. Okay, fair enough. We needed to do it with the bump, then. Wait, does that leave me with too many 6s, though? Hold on. Or do we do it with the spatula? Let's see, this will be a 616. Put this in here. Then we get 2 extra 1s. Yeah, that works. I think. Mastermind is on 5 this time. We've got a regular old duplicate. We've got nudges. We can double use 1 equipment. And puppy paws. Equal 5 to roll 2 5s. So the implication is that we need to double use puppy paws to get our 4 5s. Yeah, that can be confusing for sure, Portal. Let's see, min 4 on the duplicate, and this must equal 5. So that needs to be probably a 4 to 1 or a 3 and a 2. We've got multiple nudges. And we have to actually use all of them. Yeah, the sax is gonna go spare ham on this song for sure. And then we just need 1 left over to hook shot. So I mean, we basically want to be left with 2 dice totaling 5 and 1 left over even. So we need 3 dice left after we have used these up, I assume, which is not possible. So maybe we need to do this once and something else twice then. I mean, certainly we can nudge a 6 and duplicate a 5 twice. So that's probably what we need to do then. Does that let us use up all the nudges, though? Get 2 5s. I mean, it doesn't leave us with enough dice to use puppy paws once. So that's a problem. Hey there, Shane Tellen. Welcome to the stream. I mean, I could do this early, which seems wrong. We'd end up needing 5 5s if we, like, burned off one of our 5s for something else. Seems really unlikely to be correct. We could turn the 6 into a 3. Gives this. But then we... Wait, that might work actually. Hold on. So we burn through all of that. Duplicate once. No, that's still one too many dice. Yeah, we can never use Puppy Paws twice, I don't think, because this is, like, these don't consume dice. Right, only these two consume dice up here. So if we're only consuming 3 dice, and we have to duplicate to make a 4th dice, then we are not gonna have the right number here. We're gonna have 1 left over. Use all equipment and dice, Kitana. So Puppy Paws is even on dice, but we have to use duplicate, so we have 4 dice, not 3. So we, if we are duplicating Puppy Paws in order to get our 4 5s for Mastermind, we end up with 4 dice available, and we only use 3 of them. So we have a die left over. We're too efficient. We have to be less efficient. By 1 die. It'd be probably a lot easier to be less efficient by 2 dies. So this would be 2. So that means we will need to duplicate a 5 either directly or indirectly. Like, we might duplicate a 6 and then nudge it twice. Actually, that's... No, but then we are 1 die short for the hook shot, right? Oh, no, we break even on the hook shot using the duplicate, right? Let's see, so we do this here, this here. We've got 4 dice. Like, we might adjust which one we're actually doing this with, but, so we nudge a 5 first, duplicate it into 2 5s, 3 5s, in fact. But then we turn one of those 5s into a 3. So, yeah, this looks good. Okay, don't do that first. We need to do this, this. Oh, okay, I have to put it in again. For a second there, I was like, wait, what just happened? It didn't happen twice. We have to do it manually. That actually gives us more flexibility if, for some reason, this is still wrong. But it is not. I believe the dice gets destroyed if you -1 a 1, but if you split a 1, it becomes 2 1s. That's different. Alright, duplicate plus, spatula plus, nudge plus, and hook shot, and we need 3s. We need 3 threes in the end. Okay. I mean, does this end up kind of straightforward that we're hook shotting? Oh, that's going to be quite an even, which is a little tricky, maybe? Sixes. Oh, then I need to spatula one more time. Oh, the fact these are both 3 uses is actually pretty awkward. If either of these was 2 and the other one was 3, I think I already have it. Yeah, usually it's just disallowed ad hoc. There's at least one new equipment thing that you can go from 1 to 0. And I never actually tried it, but someone mentioned they were pretty sure it deleted the die. So do we end up having one of these doubled, which is weird? Yeah, because we don't actually need to double the duplicate. We'll have 3 dice space, so... Yeah, I think we're gonna be doubling up one of these, either the nudge or the spatula. We might even be able to do it in either direction. We got 3 tries. Alright, let's just start planning it out a little bit here. Are we only duplicating at the end with a 3 exactly? It probably doesn't matter. Like, this actually seems kind of flexible. You just still have to get it done right. Sure, we've got retries. Let's start planning out what I'm thinking here a little bit more. So either of these creates a 3. Like, I'm assuming we're turning this into a 6 and using that for the hook shot. Oh, we can use this. Oh no, the spatula is not a duplicate if we hook shot. Yeah, it is different. So if we double that, that doesn't help. Doubling this currently doesn't help, although the 4 we could use for the hook shot instead. Maybe that's the line here then. Let's see here. So we drop this to 4, flip it. We only have 2 dice left in that world, don't we? That's a problem. What did I think I had? Enough dice? I think in my head I was treating hookshot like it didn't consume the die or something. But we don't have enough dice to do it this way. Hey, Dragon. So we might already be bowed from this angle. Like, we can get 3 3s, but we would have a die left over. 2 3s. No, we'd have a spatula left over. That's what we'd have left over. What else can we do with this? Hey there, Techie Cat. Oh, let's see. We duplicate a 4, right? And we don't have to duplicate the 4 twice. That's the ticket, I think, right? We can hookshot with a 6, duplicate the 4. We'll have 2 4s, but duplicate will still be on the board. We use one of these, we duplicate a 3. Yeah, that looks good, I think. The effect hookshot can be split like that. Did not matter last time, but mattered this time. We are shocked, apparently, as part of this puzzle, huh? 3 6s. We need 4 1s. Old shizzle. Like, we only need 4 1s? Like, I'm seeing Let's to maybe get a lot more than that. Let's see. Although, no, we can, never mind, but it's very hard to get middle numbers. Are we looking at vice gripping? So one of these can go, or any number of these. How many times can we use a vanilla spatula? Twice? Like, I think the upgrade goes from 2 to 3. Probably. Oh, regular single use, okay. So, one goes there, one goes there. The other is... We need to double use the spatula then. Okay. Oh, wait. Vice grip eats the dice. Vice grip eats the dice. I'm treating it like Vice grip doesn't eat the dice, but we can put a 6-5 in there to get 2 1s. Yes. Okay. That means we have more options. Pretty much every road I'm looking at has us chiseling a 6 at least once here. Let's start with that. So 5 is either like use a 5 and 6 in the vice grip, or flip a 5 and use the 2 in the chisel. Maybe kind of useful lines on that front. It consume 2 dice and gain 1 dice. So we can't just vice, double vice grip. That's gonna be the wrong number of dice. So we're either using chisel a 3rd time or spatula a 2nd time. Oh wait, am I not counting the spin 1 to release the shock? Because we're effectively at 5 dice right now, and then -1 for opening the spatula, and we need 4 dice at the end. Oh, but also -1 for the hook shot. No, that still leaves us with 1 too many. No, sort of, except hook shot is not Fury, it's different than Fury. I was treating it like Fury in my head. Similar effects, different though. Decidedly different. So still true, just for different reasons. We're 1 short rather than 1 high in that direction. So does that mean we need to be hook shotting the chisel? No, that gives us 1 too many dice too, doesn't it? No, because it's not Fury. It's a hook shot, not a Fury. Hook shot's worse than Fury. So, like, I just keep thinking it's Fury, like, it's the good effect. No, it's the dumb one instead. Alright, that means we need to hook shot the chisel. And what else do we want to roll with here? We pull out paper for some things, or a Notepad++ document. Paper is more common in something like The Witness or Yumi Nikki, I would say. Though, depends on what you define as paper, right? Like, we'll bring out spreadsheets. We've already brought out spreadsheets for Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer. So, 6 dice, 5 dice, 4 dice. Okay, yeah. Just verifying that line is the correct way to think, and now we just need to actually make them ones. Do I need to do the hookshot chisel to begin with? Possibly. Hookshot the retry. So now I'm just staring at the stage lights. I mean, I guess I could do this and get a 5 and a 4. Does that leave me with 5 ones? So 3 ones, 4 ones, 6 ones. Wait, 6 ones. Alright, because one of these ones is now becoming a 6. Well, that's a problem. Wait, that shouldn't be the math. I did something wrong either this time or previously. Oh, I may have been double counting this 6, I'm not sure. Let's see, so this would be in the hook shot. Chisel, chisel. We got 3 ones. Put both of these in. We've got 5 ones. We are still not using the spatula correctly, so that's a problem. But it works otherwise. Okay. So the number of dice is still correct, we just need to actually use the spatula. So something like that works, but not that. So can we put this in the spatula, flip this to a 6, use that here. I think that works. I think that works. Double spatula, spanner, chisel, need 4s, 1 die. Alright, so we don't have a choice but to do this to start. 1, we need 1 4 at the end. Spanner has 3 uses. Like, we can immediately recombine these and burn this again, if that looks useful. We do need to use the spanner to waste, like, all of our efficiency. As much as possible. Or maybe not as much as possible, but as much as necessary. Although using all of this tech to end up with a single 4 is silly. But I think that kind of works. Let's see. So I could turn this into a 2. It seems along the correct line. So we'll have a 2-1. Like, that's enough to get a 4, but then we have 1 spatula and 1 spanner left, so obviously that's not quite gonna work. And if we just started flipping, it's no good, right? Turn it back to a 6. Yeah, that's gonna stay as a 6. It feels hard for this to not be correct, but I'm not, like, seeing the line yet here. Like, this can combine over a 6, and, like, we keep the overflow, which is maybe actually fine with the leftover spatula. Maybe we gotta do something in that world. Gotta do something that feels wrong, like flip a 1 into a 6. 6s are bad, though. Because they just come back as 6s, although... That's fine. That's not fine. Saying things are fine when they're clearly not fine. Penalty. This seems necessary, and we've got retries if it's not. What are our options from here? We're 1 spanner short if we combine and then flip it. So that's closer, but still not close enough, I think. So we have a single 3-die. Oh, we can just, was I not counting the extra chisel then? I think we can do that. Let's see. So we got a 3, we've got a 2 and a 1, we've got a 3, we turn into a 4. No, then we don't have the extra chisel left. Yeah, we're left with 1 excess spanner use here. Like, we could have chiseled the 5 one more time. That didn't seem great either, though. I mean, if we were, like, speedrunning it, we would just, like, get a 4, do damage, in turn, take 1 damage, it's fine, then we kill our next turn with anything. But we're trying to solve the puzzles perfectly. You can skip a lot here if you were just trying to go fast. I'm surprised it's rated 5 difficulty, given they give you, effectively 4 fails. Two fails that let you still do damage, and then 2 fails beyond it that don't let you deal damage, I guess. I'm not trading retries as fails because that's, like, the last retry, yeah, but it's, people regularly, you know, complain if you, just stare at above as you puzzle forever, so figure I should at least advance a few steps of where I'm thinking is often correct, and then if we need to use the retry, it's fine. Like, this already kind of looks dead, but I didn't like the other lines either, so is there something I can still do here that I'm missing? Like, if we do this early, that's gotta be wrong, right? Just turning the 2 back into a 5. Yeah, our total is always going to be wrong in that world. So we have to use some interesting combos, not kind of the straightforward combines that I'm looking at here, probably. Probably? Hey, Lunar Knight. Yeah, exactly. So this should be dead, I think. Yeah, if you combine over 6, you get the remainder. So if you combine a 5 and a 5, you get a 6 and a 4. Or if you combine a 6 and something, you just get those dice back. Which is like an appealing idea, because we need to burn these, but like, that means our total is already at least 7, and that's a little scary. Though you can immediately turn one of those into a 1, at least. So yeah, maybe we need to go like closer to the sun. But yeah, just to demonstrate, that doesn't work. I was supposed to put the 1 in there. Like, we can do this and use that to burn off 1 to 3 span. Well, not 3, I don't think it's ever going to be correct there. Yeah, 3 will never be correct. 1 or 2 spanner charges. But that's not going to work either, because like, if we turn this into a 6, it's already a big problem, right? Like, we've only got 1 spatula left. We don't have enough ways to get back down to only a single 4. So, if we get a 6-5, how do we fix that? We don't. But we do have another chisel available first. If that's a thing that makes any sense. So, like, if we flipped 1, chiseled another 5, we'd have 5-5-1. Combine the 5s, we'd get 6-4-1. That's not gonna work. Really hard not to just put this back in the spatula again. It seems correct, but felt like we were at a dead end there. Is it possible chiseling first is somehow not correct? You would have to spatula into a 1 and then you can't do anything with it. So your only other option is to burn 2 spatulas to start. So I don't think so. So chiseling first has to be correct. But then what? 6-5. There's only 2 spatulas. It's a problem. See ways I could make 3 spatulas probably work. I mean, my options feel so limited, but I guess, well, I'm like I'll burn my last extra reach run. My penultimate reach run. So 6-5. Like, once we're already on 6-5 and we only have 1 spatula left. Like, we don't have a dice sink. Like, we have nowhere to just dump our excess dice. We don't have any way to make it so we can use the mastermind twice. So, once we're at 6-5, we're already sunk, I think. Because the dice are just too big to ever become a single 4. This doesn't reduce value. This doesn't reduce total value. The only thing that can reduce total value is the spatulas. Huh. But the spatulas are off parity. Like, we can hit 3 and 5, but hitting 4 is a problem. Like, what I'm thinking, like, and expecting is that we need to use the spanner to, like, we have, like, 3 dice instead of just 2 dice, and we're using the spanner to kind of adjust our values in an interesting way there, but that's... hard to see as a thing. So I guess that line would be like that something along those lines that basically has to be necessary, I feel like. Because kind of more straightforward things with just chisel spatula, we end up with 3 or 5 and never 4. But I think the only way that works is if we then immediately chisel again to start, which felt pretty wrong, but maybe that's right. So we'd have a 4-1-1. If we can, or alternatively, I talked about making it 3. If we could do that while keeping a spatula. Then we have a spanner left over. That was kind of our first line, basically. Because if you got a 3, you can flip it into a 4 with a spatula, but you still need to be able to use up all your spanners. Which is, like, literally mandatory to burn one? But I already talked about why that seemed, well, like, I like the idea of burning one, but, like, the only way I saw to burn one seemed completely untenable. Because it meant that we had a 5 and a 6 simultaneously, with only 1 spatula left. But with this having only 2 uses and this having 3 uses, and you only start with one die. Appear to be establishing multiple things that must be true that appear to be impossible, so that's a questionable sign, especially when it's more than one thing that seems to be impossible. If there's more than one thing that seems impossible, then it's reasonably likely you're just wrong, but... So there's no way to use... Like, we need extra dice, or the total to go over 6 to use the spanner 3 times. Like, that's just basic facts. How do we do that? How do we have enough spatulas? So, we've got 1 spatula, we've got a 6 and a 5. How can we possibly recover that? We, don't? Like, we don't. That's troubling. Because you could, at that point, combine like a 5 and a 1, or a 6 and a 1, or a 6 and a 5, and none of that works. Or, yeah, 6 and a 4, 4 and a 5. We've only got 1 spatula, and we're left with 2 numbers that are 4 or greater. And that means it's impossible to have a single die that is a 4 left at the end. But it must be true because you got 2 chisels and 3 spanners. So we've got competing impossibilities. That's I guess only 1/2 of it is impossible by our measure, aka whatever it is that we're missing. Critics Instant, cause it's a puzzle boss. We need to use all of our dice and all of our equipment exactly to end our turn without taking damage. And once again, thinking at the beginning, we have to chisel to start, right? I know we've proven that to be a fact, but a 6, if we spatula, it's a 1, and we can literally do nothing with the 1 other than turn it back into a 6. And if we do that, okay, yes, we always have to chisel to start. So this is the first move always. Now our next move is impossible, so that's good. So the other line is always going to be flipping a 1 to a 6, or... I'll re-examine the 5 into the 2 real quick, but it felt like we established that wasn't gonna work. So we've got a 2 and a 1. Yeah, that seems very hard to get our tunnel. Like, that's gonna end up getting us the wrong numbers, I think. 2-1. Or not letting us use the spanner enough times. Because we need a bigger number to use the spanner. Okay. So what else can we do here that actually works? And like, why aren't we already ruined? Because it feels like we're already ruined. Because we have one spatula. Does spanner not work the way I thought it did with over 6s? I think it has to, though, right? It's certainly how I remember it working. Like, this math doesn't work. I mean, we have to burn at least one charge doing nothing, so we'll verify that works as expected. Yeah. That's why it's a puzzle fight. Very interesting. I'm decidedly not sure what I'm missing here. Feeling a little snake-birded up in here. This is the Witches reunion episode, yeah? No Witch gameplay at all, really. They just decided to use Witch for it, basically. It's like, Witch is madness enough already. Let's not remix her mechanics directly. Let's just, I mean, you could say it's remixing her mechanics, but... Very interesting. Like, how is this not dead? I still don't see any reason this is not dead, and I also don't see any way this is not required. At least up until one less use of the spanner, but you have to burn one at some point. It might need to be for, like, some manipulation instead of no manipulation. But I'm not actually seeing how that helps, so I didn't worry about it right now. So do we want 5-5-1 or 6-4-1? If we have 6-4-1, we can get 6-4-1 still, or we can, if we have 5-5-1, we can turn it into 6-4-1. It'd be the same either way. Like, what? I mean, I am working with the assumption that all the puzzles are solvable. Strictly not required, but would be a little surprising if it wasn't the case. And Chrono also believes they have solved this one, at least. Like, there's just nothing I can do. Like, really are, like, you know, normally less obvious situations, like how do you use a hook shot or a fury or something like that, are gonna be tricky a lot of times and open up a lot broader option space. But we don't have that. In any event. Like, I can sort of see ways to kind of use the spanner to reduce value, but we don't have enough, like, uses of anything to make that happen. And it's not like turning 2 5s into a 6 and 4 is any different than just having a 6 and a 4. And we can always combine 1s into the mix here, but then we are still left with 2 high dice and we can only flip 1 upside down before combining them again. And we're left with 1 big die. Huh. I might be... No, never mind. I was about to say I might be missing the fact we could use this mid-turn, but there's no way to use up our other dice otherwise. There are no other dicings. There's only the single 4 at the end. Greetings, Repan. The last action could be a spatula, in theory. Like, we could spanner to make a 3 and then turn it into a 4? In theory. That's like, the first line we did was basically that, but we had no way to use the spanner enough times on that line. Like, I still see no possible way where Not Already Lost flipping a 1 into a 6, and I also see no possible way that we can use up the spanner without doing that. So, this is a problem. Definitely a problem. They're like secretly hiding over there this turn. Clearly we need to interact with these boxes of cookies. I feel like I've looked over all of the possible options at least twice each. So we are memory holding something as a possibility, but I really don't know what it could be. Those cookies were also designed by the author. They're very talented, Kruna. Now I just kind of want to play so clever. Probably have to do that on stream at some point. Well, I'm close to ready to slash FF on this one. So I guess I'll start by asking if Chrono or anyone else thinks that it is still beatable from our current board state. It is indeed, Paris. Greetings. Oh, I admit. Kurt, welcome as well. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm happy that it's not beatable from that state. So I guess that means the one use of spin, like that was the only thing. Other than we flip the 1 into the 6, which seems like you can't do, but it also seems like you can't not do. I don't think there's another way to do it the first way we're looking at it, which is flipping the 5 into the 2 right here. Because we have one too many spanners. Like, we can easily, have just one spanner left and, have done 10 damage from here. That is not sufficient. Hey, Shundai. Going well thus far. So there were 4 weeks of lead up with 2 groups of 12, and then the top 2 from each group go to the finals, and we did make the finals. So in fact, we expected to be 2nd place in our group, but we actually managed to pull off 1st place in our group. So we had a commanding 3rd and 4th game. Well, especially the 4th game. The 4th game was commanding. We had like a 33-minute run or something, and 35 maybe, and the next highest was like 12 minutes higher or something. But yeah, the proper finals are on Sunday the 14th at 8 Eastern. For the randomizer there. Yeah, week 3 we won, but barely, right? Like 1st place by 19 seconds, I think. And in week 4, like, people weren't even in, like, heading to the end game and like see it pop up like Dark Twitch is already completed. It's like, excuse me? We did a lot of micro-analysis of that flag set, for sure. And certainly some of the tech we figured out wasn't usable, like, because it only applies like 10 or 20% of the time or whatever, but we worked to get good at it, certainly. Now I actually forget the specifics of what really helped us the most. We did find a better grind than anybody else in that run. We ended up grinding on the nachos and Sea Shrine. And that was just a better grind than anybody else found. Like, that was kind of a tile a lot of people don't check. The early Gerd Medusas were kind of nice as a little group grind, but we didn't do them long term. I think the person that got 2nd actually made the Gerd Medusas their primary grind because they found a AoE spell item and a chest, so they just like, okay, well, just 1 or 2 casts of like Lightning 2 will just kill all the Gerd Medusas, and then I can solo grind them here. So that was kind of cute. I think on average that's worse just because like, well, I mean, they got, 10 minutes worse than me, but because that means they checked a lot of treasure chests to find it, or at least some. And we did like, I don't know, 5 treasure chests the entire time or something, but yeah, the grind helped, and then a lot of people hit kind of bad luck in the final dungeon that I didn't really hit. So, some of that was because some of them went into the final dungeon at lower levels. Like, I think Woo Bear had a level 32 black belt instead of 42 plus or whatever. But, like, we could have still had enough bad luck to wipe in the final dungeon. But if we had done that twice, we still win. So, like, we had a lot of leeway, but... And that's basically, that kind of folds back into the fact they didn't find a good grind. Because they didn't find a good grind, they felt compelled to try the final dungeon early, sort of thing, you know? And I was mostly of the opinion that was completely untenable because the bosses were too strong. Like, it was level 42 black belt, period. There was not another option. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. We didn't eschew turning in the slab at Lefane somewhat early. Like, I still wasn't, like, enthusiastic about going there, but, like, it's really not a very long walk when there's no encounters. And, like, basically everyone else was like, nah, screw Lefane, I'm never going there, but it was required to get the loot to be able to enter the end dungeon. Alright, what Final Fantasy I tech can we apply to this dice puzzle? This spare is stupid. I found a different way to only have one spanner left at the end, which would be putting the 5 into the chisel now. So we got 4, 1, 1, flip a 4 to a 3, combine a 3 to 1, and then a 4 and a 1, and then... Or excuse me, that still doesn't work. Never mind. That, I think that gave us a 2 at the end, not a 4. It's not helpful in any case. Look at my drawing tablet pinned across the room. That's correct, Agra. Yep. You chisel off one of the pips into a new die. So you turn your 5 into a 4 by chiseling off one of those 5 pips. Alright, well, I think the prudent thing, given that my beverage is empty, is that we should take a break now so I don't destroy my throat. Then I'll awkwardly stare at it for another several minutes, and then assuming I don't magically discover what it is I'm missing, we will figure out how we want to proceed from there, which my default thought would be to have either someone just cover the puzzle and then we'll see what it is, and then just in turn without solving it to move on to the next one. But we could also advance one step and see if we can figure out anything further if we're at least on the right first step. So those are both reasonable options, but yeah, this puzzle is blasting me. And we need a fresh beverage, so... no, Dragon. The puzzle room is actually pretty generous. We can fail or skip up to 4 puzzles. Like, as far as I understand, we're already in a win state, like, because we can do 10 damage now, in turn take 1 damage, and then do 10 damage the next turn. Like, I think as far as the game is concerned, we've already, we can easily win from here. It's just a matter of, you know, it's a puzzle, and we want to know what the answer to the puzzle is. So we'll see about discovering that when we return in a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out. See you shortly, everybody. Cuddly saxophone return. Greetings, by the way, Scott. Alright, back to this impossible puzzle. And just to re-verify, using Mastermind early is unpinnable because we only have a single dice sink that is our one dice sink. Okay. There's no other way to get rid of dice. We need a single dice at the end. Yeah, so the rule written in the right middle here is basically your puzzle win state. You have successfully used all of your equipment and all of your dice. Exactly. So you can't have any dice left over, we can't have one use of the spanner left unused. We need to use everything. So that's all five, like the Mastermind's part of the equipment, that's how we actually get our progression, our damage in the fight here. Not without killing Madison per se, but... So, still decidedly impossible. One. I believe so, Sparky, yeah, so, like, that's what I was saying earlier, as far as, like, I believe we are already at a, win state as far as the game is concerned, because we can just do 10 damage this turn, take 1 damage from her, and then do 10 damage next turn, I assume. But we would like to know what the answer to the puzzle actually is. So, yeah, like, my brain is just sitting in that conflict and having a very hard time trying to explore outside of that conflict of, like, it is mandatory to flip a 1 into a 6 right now in order to use the spanner enough times. Also, if we flip a 1 into a 6, we can never have the total of our dice be low enough to equal a 4 at the end. It's a problem. Assumedly, at least one of those things is not true. but I can still tap my foot along the whole time. Oh, now I'm blanking on where that's even from, Kinshiro. I've certainly... like, probably, like, Singed from League or something? So maybe I'm not blanking? Yeah, assuming that's correct, I'm not blanking. Otherwise, that was my best guess. Singed, yeah, okay. I did, in fact, remember correctly, but... basically 8 years removed from that game, but certainly played enough of it to have a lot of it still dancing around in my memory somewhere. So we've got a 6 and a 5. And we don't use the spinner immediately. A 6 and a 5 doesn't work. Oh wait, I think the thing that I said, well, one of the things I said that was unhelpful is possibly good. So we have 4-1-1. We flip one. We've got 3-1-1. No, I still end up with one spanner left, I think, right? Because we flipped the 4 into a 3, we've got 3-1-1. We combine, we flip the 4 to the 3, and we combine, but we've only used the spanner twice. So I was basically wrong about it leaving me with a 5. No, we still end up with a 4 if we do it right. But we still end up with a spanner use unused there. Because we haven't gone over 6, which seems decidedly necessary and also decidedly problematic. Which last better of the wrong, exactly. That's probably the play. Alright. I had a brief moment where it's like, oh, did we actually find a slight angle that we didn't look at this before? Like, I mean, kind of, but it still wasn't correct, so. Alas. So I can use all the spanners ad hoc if I turn my 1 into a 6 and then just put like 6 and 5 in there together, and then it'll spit back out a 6 and a 5. But then I have a different problem where I can't end up with only a single 4 at the end. So the crux is figuring out how to make one of those things actually work, even though it seems like they're completely counter to each other. Hey, Tiffany. Alright. I guess we will... Are we admitting defeat? I think we are. I think we're admitting defeat, and then, so what we'll do here is say, I guess, Chrono or Invian, if other viewers still around. What is the next step that you would say is required for the solution here? Let's do one step and then reevaluate. Next step is chisel. It'd be interesting if Crota disagrees, because it's possible you could do it in different orders. Wait, is there an actual solution? I assume so. I assume so. The mechanics don't require there to be one to be beatable, but okay. This is the direction I explored the least. I have explored this route, but less so than like the other routes, I would say. Let's see what some of our other options here are. Oh, Dragon. Yeah, no, these are pre-made puzzle levels. That is the gimmick / premise of this this episode. So we've got two different ways to make 4 that leaves one spanner abandoned. Yeah, when you load up the witch episode here, you see yourself, it shows 0 dice, 3 health, starting a boss fight with no explanation. You're like, what? If you put a 6 and 4 into the spanner, it spits out a 6 and a 4. Basically, it combines up to 6 and then spits out the excess as additional die. Yeah, but people said it wasn't solvable when we just wasted a spanner charge. That is still precisely what I'm looking at doing. We combine the 2 1s into a 2 then? Have I not explored that very deeply? I don't think I've explored that very deeply. So we have 4 and a 2. We flip the 2 into a 5. We get a 6 and a 3. I think that actually works. We just weren't looking at combining the 2 1s ever. Right? We were never looking at combining the 2 1s. Very tricksy. So, it can't just be a purely wasted spanner charge. It has to be a sort of wasted spanner charge. I was right that we couldn't turn the 1 into the 6. Alright, so then the follow-up is... Are we supposed to take the win with the one hint we received, or do we proceed and do an extra puzzle? Let's do an extra puzzle. It was Chrono, yeah. That is what I was missing. Oh, this the extra puzzle is a kill even if we skip, huh? I mean, or if we miss the previous one, not if we skip. I guess I should not use that terminology when there's a glowing button that says skip here. Alright, so we gotta duplicate a triple spatula, a vice grip, and a single spanner this time. I mean, if I skip this one, if I skip, then I try another puzzle. It changes to a different puzzle. Likewise, if I had turned. Basically, what this all amounts to is that you can bypass 4 total puzzles, and 2 of those 4 you could even do damage if you wanted to. So you're pretty required to duplicate from the start here, right? Because I can't duplicate a 2. Yeah, you're required to duplicate the file. And if I needed to double use the spatula, I could still do that anyway, so that doesn't change anything. You want to end up with some snake eyes, huh? We only have the 1 spanner this time, not the 3. So get a 6-4 now. I mean, assumedly we just need to finish with this, dumping us out 2 1s. So we're either combining a 5 and a 2 or a 5 and a 5, I guess. Because a 2 and 2 won't work, then we're down to 1 die and we need 2 dice. So 5 and a 2, we get a 6 and a 1, and we've got 2 flips left, and that's all we've got, and that's not good enough. This can't give us a difference of 6 to flip them both at the end, so that doesn't worry. What if we... No, the difference is 0, it just returns nothing. It just eats the die. Which I don't think does anything here, because yeah, we don't have any way to make more than 2 dice. I guess if we... The spanner's not gonna give us 2 6s ever. Unless we already have 2 6s, of course. So we can... it's weird because, like, right, the we can do 20 damage plenty easily right here, right now. We still have the vice grip left over. How do we do this with actually using the vice grip? Yeah, so I can combine the two 5s, I get a 6 and a 1, I flip a 6 into a 1, I've got 2 1s, easy. Why do I get a 6 and a 1 from 2 5s? I flip one of the 2s first, sorry. I flip a 5 into a 2. I was skipping a step when I verbalized it. That my brain had already gone through. Is that... we just stick with that plan, though? I think that works, actually, right? Because I think we can have one extra spatula. So if we flip to a 2... oh, no, then we're getting a 2 3s back, not 2 2s back. If we have a 5 and a 2 that we check in there. Oh, no, the idea was to combine... maybe. Well, let's finish following that train of thought. So we get a 6 and a 1. Chug that in, we get 2 5s, which aren't going to work because we've already used the spanner. Okay. I was pretty sure that wasn't going to work once I realized that, but worth still thinking it out. Greetings, Vargs fans. Welcome to the stream. Yes, combining the 2 5s gets me a 6 and a 4. The step, like when I first was explaining that line of thought that was accidentally skipped over, was the if we put the 5 into the spatula, we have a 2, and then we combine the 5 with a 2, and we get a 6 and a 1 back from there. Still problems, though. No way. Okay, I'm gonna go back through what I thought I just went through. We get a 6 and a 4, we get 2 2s. Right, we've gotten rid of the spanner. the fact we had to use the spanner 3 times last time, I think, is throwing me off. Like, I'm expecting to be able to use this at least twice. Okay. I think that's still... this looks like it still works, though. Like, we got 2 3s. Yeah. There we go. So that's that one solved. It's interesting, like, how many puzzles do they have to... I guess they should have an additional 1, 2, 3 puzzles after this, right? Do we want to look at least one more here? Sure. Let's look at one more. We need a triple 2s for this one. Sine wave. Put in doubles and then you add 1 to both of them. God, that's the plus version? garbage equipment for the normal game. Got a chisel plus a go, a spatula plus a go. Only one die to start. So, once again, I have to chisel to start. Yeah, you can, Ad Hoc. That's what I was saying, like, do we want to do the additional puzzle? Like, we could have won the fight and, like, as far as the game was concerned, like, won, like, 45 minutes ago, right? Like, we're just doing puzzles here. Seems pretty likely we chisel again, huh? Otherwise, we're spatuling before we chisel, maybe? I guess that would be the other line that would be possible. Yeah, those are the only two lines. We chisel the 5 or we spatula, then chisel. So, if we do it that way, we have 3 ones. Which is gonna make it pretty hard to activate Puppy Paws. Not impossible, maybe impossible. It seems like chiseling obviously makes it very easy to do Puppy Paws. Turn our 4 to 1 into 2 5s. That all leaves us with one too many dice, though, right? So we get 2 5s, which become 2s from here. We turn 2 1s into 2 2s from here or something. We only need 3 2s, not 4. I mean, part of what I said didn't work anyway, so... Because we're either 1 short or 1 high, I guess is where we're at. We were actually 1 short, not 1 high, because we only had 1 leftover 1, not 2. Let's see. So what if we're on the 411 train? Sine waving 6s, I guess would just give us 2 extra dice? I don't think we have enough dice sinks here. We don't have enough dice sinks here, so that's not gonna work. Yeah, we've got 3 dice, and we end with 3 dice, so... That bit of cheekiness not on the table. So it seems like we either need to put 1s or 4s into the sine wave to end up where we want to be. Probably 1s. Possibly early, then we have to use a 2 somehow. We can turn a 2 into 2 1s. No, never mind. In this scenario, we've already used the other chisel. Because most of the time we chisel here first. I guess we could explore the spatula first option a little heavier. So we're sitting on 3 ones in that case. That makes using Puppy Paws pretty miserable. And means we can't just turn those 5s into 2s after we use Puppy Paws, which maybe isn't right anyway, because that does seem too obvious, but like what else what else can you do with it? So it does certainly make it look like this is the right line. But I think I like the ones in the sine wave before the Puppy Paws, but yeah, let's look at that a little closer now. So we've got 4, 2, 2. We can flip the 4 into a 3. Yeah, no, this works, right? I think. Yeah, I was missing the flip the 4 into the 3 when I was looking at this earlier in my head. Alright, we did pretty well on all but the 1 puzzle. Hey there, Chaos Robin. Alright, so we've done 2 extra puzzles. We could do as many as 2 more, I guess. What do we reckon? What are we feeling? We'll take a look at one more. We'll take a look at one more. Four twos this time. The medicine looks too smug. There's a reason that Balin Lord has a smug emote that is Madison. Let's see. So we got a sine wave. Oh yeah, that's why it's called sine wave. +1, -1 for the unupgraded version, right? Another Chisel Plus, a Fury Spell. So Fury Spell gets us a bit spicy here. So Chisel alone gives us 4 dice, and 4 dice is what we need. And, okay, never mind, we need 5 dice. We need 5 dice because Fury Spell is going to eat a die. So we need to create 1 more die either via the Fury Spell or via bump, but we only need 1 more die. We need exactly 5. Yes. We need exactly 5 dice. So we need just a +1. Which we have kind of too many options. Although I guess a Fury Spell Sine Wave would make us 2 extra dice. So we don't want that. So it's either using a bump to go over 6 or to Fury Spell a Chisel. Oh, that's true, yeah, if we double 6s in the sine wave, we get a single extra die that way. I kind of like the idea of double using a bump with a Fury spell to go from 5 to 6 to 7 to get the exactly 1 extra die we need. Oh, we could, oh god, we could get 2 extra die and then Sine Wave to delete 1. Considering we need 2s at the end, that's actually a possibility. Interesting. So that would involve, like, Fury spelling 1s in the sine wave. Put 2 dice in, we get 2 dice back out. That's weird. No, I don't think that's what we want. Hey, Pseudo. Yeah, the text box in the middle right here is what we're caring about. So we need to use up all of the equipment. So that means like bump needs to be used twice, chisel needs to be used twice. And then after using all this, we end up with 4 2s that we put into Mastermind to activate all the equipment there. That is the puzzle. If we feel like it, sure. Hey, Kosher. I feel like I end up with like a 3 or 4 range die a lot of times, and I don't know what to do with it. We don't have any spatulas this time. Oh. So we sound like from the start, we've got a 4 and a 6. That gives us the opportunity to bump for an additional 1 if we want to. Indeed, Squirrelid, yeah. Maybe in a, like... That's actually interesting. I wonder if that would have been a thing in, like, the second or third puzzle. It's certainly not when we need 4 2s in this one, I don't think. I shouldn't say certainly, but probably. Probably not. Earlier it was, a little more open with that. Or maybe the hook shot or something. Although those were not... That was just gonna be 1 more hit of 10 damage or whatever. And would then prevent the puzzle from being solved otherwise. So, yeah. I think in that case, like, you could do it, but it wouldn't be very helpful. So, get a 6 and a 4. We still need to Fury spell something. Which actually could be the Mastermind, actually, now that I think about it here. No, that actually might be the way to go. Hold on. I can still end up with a 6 at the end, which I think I can. I don't have enough 1s, though. Most curious. So I guess... Yeah, I could, maybe I'm looking to lose 1 die and gain 2 dice then? As long as our net is plus 1 die. But these are still all gonna be 1s. Like, what do you want me to do with all these 1s? 1s are not 2s. We need to, like, bump the 1s? Oh, bump works. Bump doubles the die if I double it, right? Okay, I think that's what we probably need to do. Like, it duplicates the die, I should phrase. So... alright, whatever, we got retries. Let's see if my thinking makes sense here at all. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. There we go. You do have to know the game. Or you know, figure it out by trial and error. I mean, that's a perfectly fine requirement, is to know the game well for the bonus episodes themed around a reunion after you've already done the main content, so all of that makes sense. I think I'm probably good. Like, there's one more puzzle we could see if we wanted to skip. I think I'm good. Hey, Malaco Fox. Welcome back. I honestly thought that might take you longer. It was lovely to spend time with little Maddie again. Now that I'm beloved by millions, I feel like it's my duty to give back to the next generation of ambitious young women. So, just to be clear, you've got your heart's desire. You're famous and beloved, and it didn't make you regret what you'd wished for? No hollowness? No gazing into an abyss of imposter syndrome? No infinite regret? Nope. It's been an uncomplicated delight, peppered with merch deals and brand collaborations. And I'm so happy I could come back and show you how much you meant as a part of my journey. Well, I'm just glad I could help you along the way in your tiny mortal life. All right. There is a witch in the bank.